Hello and welcome to this training session as part of the Google News Initiative. My name is Seamus, your coach today. Welcome to the session. I hope you're feeling comfortable. As you can see there on the screen, our theme today, very important, data and ads as part of our training session on advertising revenue. So, well, let's jump straight into things. And first of all, let's just have a look at where this fits into the overall training sessions, the lesson plan. As you can see there, being a successful digital publisher. You can see that data and ads is the third in our series in advertising revenue. You can see there we had establishing your advertising strategy, optimizing ad revenue, and programmatic strategy. So maybe you've already taken part in some of those sessions. You can see where it fits in there. We also have reader revenue, data management came before. So do check out the other sessions available just to see if they can fit in and be useful for you. So getting the most out of this training, that's always a great subject to bring up at the start of these sessions. And we do want to say right up front that what we're providing here today in this training really are just suggestions, options for you. But you know your business better than anyone. So what we're offering are some case studies, some tips, and just suggestions on perhaps possible roads forward. But really it's up to you. So we're going to show you all of this, but really it's going to be up to you to decide your next steps, where you're going to proceed to with relation to digital training, our digital transformation, and what have you. Why does this matter? So the relationship with data will be a key asset in a successful ads strategy. That's what we like to say right up front. Of course, advertising, it's long been a key revenue driver for publishers. In the past, this really has been quite a simple solution, but really changes in the way that we look at data, what it means for publishers. It means we're having to really rethink our advertising strategies. And really, it's about getting closer than ever to data. So really putting our finger on the pulse when it comes to data, understanding the benefits of data and how that can help our business in the future. So just looking at our strategy for our lesson today, we have three focus areas, as you can see there: the relationship between data and advertising, contextual targeting, and also first-party data. So those are our three focus areas today. We're going to drill down into a lot of that as the session goes on. So, well, let's jump straight in. Our first topic there, as you can see, the relationship between data and advertising and ads. And really, if you look at this graph here, this is one we like to show right up front: cookies, publishers, advertisers, and ads. Really, it's to get more detail on the visitors. So the publisher is having to allow advertisers to use third-party cookies to find out more about what interests those visitors while they're visiting our websites. So mutually beneficial relationship we often talk about: an advertiser wanting to reach a certain audience, one that connects with the brand or the products. The publisher may have that certain audience on its site reading its content, but sometimes the publisher doesn't know for sure, of course. There's an audience. It's the specific one that the advertiser is looking for. That's the question. Is it really the right person visiting the website? So that's where third-party cookies came in, making it possible to see more about the interests of our readers, where they are, where they've been before, some of their interests, and so on. I think for a lot of us, we will already know a lot about cookies. We've heard a lot about cookies in the past. So just a little bit of background. So before we had third-party cookies, all that advertisers had to go on really when choosing where to buy ad space was context. So we really had to look at the website and just see, is it a sports website? Are we going to be doing an advertisement to do with golf, for example, or racing cars? Well, that was the context we would base things on. So looking forward, It actually might be actually about briefly looking back to how we did things in the past. Before third-party cookies, brands would choose where to buy ad space through the lens, as we say, through this whole concept of context. We talked there about the sports retailer simply choosing to display ads on sites that were read by people who were likely to buy sportswear. So what we're looking at now, third-party cookies effectively creating the digital advertising world as we know it. And as you can see there, the digital advertising world grew from third-party cookies. As users visit a website, information is going to be stored in the browser, often used for retargeted advertising. So the first-party cookies employed by the web page owners, so this is when the user is visiting the site to save those details such as passwords and what have you. And I'm just seeing there a message from our moderator. Let's just go to a quick question from Chor, because I think she had a quick question there about third-party cookies. Let's just go to Chor now and see if she can come in and help us on this question, Chor.
Oh, yes. Hello, audience. I know nothing about third-party cookies, but absolutely can answer your question. And question over, answered, and I'm going to remove myself.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and I was just, obviously I need to prepare more, but I mean, obviously just using the slides there just to make sure that I'm moving everything in the right direction. Was that all okay for the audio and?
That was really good, fantastic. So that's pretty much it. And then when you say thank you, we just take you off, and then that's it.
I mean, it's the end. Yeah, and actually, while I was talking, I was a little bit distracted because I was actually just working out my screens just to work out where was the best place to have, and actually making, for example, making my speaker notes bigger than the slides, and just seeing where I was looking, because it's true that I normally, and the last time I was looking here for the slides, but I think it was quite good actually looking there.
I quite liked it. Yeah, I quite liked the fact that you were, it was like you were talking at the slide. It was actually really good.
Yeah, showing the audience. And so when I'm reading, as you can see there on the screen, it kind of, probably, because if I'm here,